So the equipment you're going to need for the 3-minute step test is you're going to need a 12-inch box and then a timer that you can time for 3 minutes, whether that's your watch or your phone. Once you have that, then you've kind of established the equipment that you need. From there, we're going to have to do, we start with pre-testing. And pre-testing, we're going to check your heart rate and go from there. So when checking your heart rate, the first thing we want to do is we want to find a pulse to kind of calculate the beats per minute. How we're going to do that is you're going to take your 2 fingers, you're going to put it at the side of your neck, and you're going to feel and wait until you feel a beat. Okay? Once you feel a beat, that's your pulse. Now what you're going to do from there is you're going to count how many beats in 15 seconds. Okay, so after 15 seconds looking at a clock, you'll come up with a number. Then you're going to take that number and times it by 4. That's going to be your resting heart rate. Well, that will be your heart rate for before we start. And the key when you're taking your heart rate is to do it before you warm up, before you work out. So you don't want to do this right after a workout or warm up or anything like that, because we're looking for a resting heartbeat. Okay, or your resting heart rate. Okay, so from there, once you have your resting heart rate, we're going to then start the test. How the test is going to be administered, you're going to have your timer. And once the time starts, so it's a 3-minute timer, or if you're going from 1 all the way to 3 minutes, you're going to press start. And when you press start, you're going to then go up and down off the 12-inch box as fast and controlled as you can throughout the time. As you're going up and down off the box or stepping up and down off the box, count the amount of times that you step up. So when I step up, that's 1. When I go back up, 2. Doesn't matter if you want to use the same leg the whole time or switch off. Just want to you want to count how many steps in 3 minutes. Once the 3 minutes over, timer's gone off, you stop. Put your fingers right back at the neck, find that pulse, and then you're going to count the number of beats again in 15 seconds. And then you're going to times that by 4, and that's going to be your post-exercise heart rate. So we started before with a pre-heart rate, and then after the 3 minutes, post-heart rate. Once you've calculated that, then you're going to then, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you've exerted the most energy, this was the hardest thing ever alive, and 0 being this was nothing, I could do this forever. You're going to kind of rank that on that scale of 0 to 10, and we call this your rate of perceived exertion. Okay, so from a 0 to 10 scale, and that's going to be post 3-minute step test once you're done. Once you finalize that, you've gotten your pre-test, your pre-heart rate test, you've calculated your post. Remember, right after, you're going to calculate that post-heart rate. And then on a rate of perceived exertion, 10 being this is the hardest thing ever alive, and 0 being this was the easiest thing ever alive, write those down, and we're going to chart these for future retesting. So quick overview on the 3-minute step test and what you're trying to accumulate from it. So first, remember, we're going to check a heart rate pre and post. It's the number of beats that you collect in 15 seconds, and then you're going to times that by 4. So that's going to be, we're going to do it before, and then you're going to do it right after. And remember, when you do it before, to make sure you haven't warmed up, you haven't elevated your heart rate, because we're looking for a resting heart rate here, okay? After that, once you start the time, so remember, it's 3 minutes on the timer. Once you start going up and down, you want to count the number of steps up and down you have in 3 minutes. Don't worry about which leg is going up and down, just count the number of steps when you step on, okay? Once you're done with that 3 minutes, the 3-minute goes off, post heart rate, and then at the very end, you want to rate your perceived exertion. So how hard was it? On a scale of 10, or 0 to 10, 10 being the hardest ever alive, you exerted all your energy, everything you got, and 0 being, I could do that 1,000 more times, okay? Get those numbers down. So remember, heart rate, count the number of steps, and then at the 3-minute mark, remember this is a 3-minute test, then you're going to do your post heart rate, and then you're going to calculate your rate of perceived exertion. So then when you do the test again, you're able to look at your numbers and see where you've improved.